Day 19 of Doomsday Cult mom Lori Vallow's trial. There was a pretty big DNA reveal today. On the stand first was Keely Coleman. She's a senior DNA analyst. She received 3 profiles to test against. One was Lori's niece Melanie's, the other was Tylee's. She received several items of evidence, including a hair that was attached to an adhesive item. When she tested the hair to the 3 profiles, it came back positive as being Lori Daybell's. This hair was actually on a piece of duct tape that had been on the black plastic bag that had been used to tie up JJ. So Lori Daybell's hair was actually found on JJ's body. Rick Wright was on the stand next. He's a contracted specialist for the FBI. The FBI was actually able to get involved because it was a kidnapping case of a child under 12. He said initially they just thought it was JJ that was missing, but fairly early on they realized that Tylee was missing as well. So he had interviewed Melanie's new husband. So that's Lori's niece's new husband. After interviewing him, that was Ian Pulowski, he says he became extremely concerned for the children's whereabouts. Ian was asked to consensually record some conversations and he agreed. So he actually recorded conversations that he had around and with Lori, Chad, Alex, and Melanie. Rick Wright also had made up several PowerPoints on the phone data of several of the phones, including Lori's, Chad's, and Alex's. He shared that Alex's phone showed that he was in Lori's apartment on September 9th from about 2:42 a.m. until 8:49 a.m. on September 9th, which is the day they believe Tylee was murdered. It also shows that he was on the Daybell property that day as well. This is also the same day that they got information from Chad's phone saying that he had texted Tammy about killing a raccoon. All of this information they received from the cell phone and the conversations with Ian Pulowski made them extremely worried. So they got a search warrant for Chad Daybell's property. And this is when they ended up finding Tylee and JJ's bodies on Chad's property. And it was located near the data points where Alex's phone had been those days. He also showed the data from the day they believed JJ was murdered, and Alex's phone was in Lori's apartment from about 4:29 p.m. until midnight on that day. And then the next morning around 9:49, it shows Alex's phone heading to Chad Daybell's property. They also shared information from Alex's phone for October 7th and 8th, and it turns out Alex had visited several gun ranges practicing shooting those 2 days. And if you recall, October 9th was the day that Tammy was shot at in her driveway. Dr. Eric Christensen took the stand next. He's the chief medical officer who did Tammy Daybell's autopsy. He revealed Tammy did in fact die of asphyxiation. He also shared that there were bruises on Tammy's body that happened sometime around the time that she was murdered, and he believes it could be due to restraining. Hit follow if you'd like more updates.